Before we can really begin to get super disciplined, we need to destroy your ego. Because there's a reason why you're not going to make any progress watching this. There's a reason why you're going to stay in the same position. I hope you don't, but there is going to be a huge reason. And it's purely ego. It's ego because you think you're too good for what it will take to improve your discipline. I guarantee you do. You're thinking right now, oh no, it's been made apparent in your mind right now. I guarantee when I tell you the real way to increase your discipline, you're going to think it's beneath you. And when you think that, you won't make any progress. You need to have an absolute, you remember the gaming term, noob? You need to have a noob's mindset to discipline. Because most guys don't do this. The real way to be disciplined is not like David Goggins. It's not doing this big, ridiculous run. He's decades into this, so that's different. But it's not like doing this big, ridiculous run or this 8-hour workout, the super long workout with loads of sets. It's not like doing all these weird things. It's none of that. The real way to be disciplined is finding the easiest good habit that you consistently aren't doing and start doing that. It's so uncool. It's so boring. But discipline is not that massive workout. It's cleaning up the mess on the floor. It's like the one piece of clothing that you've had on the floor for the last fucking 48 hours. It's picking that up and putting it somewhere. Discipline is taking those water bottles down, not even drinking the plastic water bottles anyway, but let's say, you've got water bottles in your room, this thing's out of place here. Discipline is literally just fixing that stuff up. That there's that cringe piece of advice make your bed. Discipline's making your bed, and the first route to success or to changing the world is to make your bed. You know why every single military in every single country places an emphasis on things like making your bed? Why? Really just ask yourself this question. Why? Because that's the real discipline. The real discipline is not charging into war and being super heroic. It's making your bed when you didn't want to. It's these 1,000 acts of mini discipline that other people will ignore, saying that, oh yeah, it doesn't matter. It's not that it doesn't matter. It's that your ego is bigger than this task at hand. Your ego is stopping you to improve. If you think that something doesn't matter, if you think that, it's not going to make a difference, so I'll just cut the corner there, that's because of ego. Not that it's the objective truth of the world that whether or not making your bed makes you more disciplined. That is your big fat ego that's stopping you from making progress. You need to start challenging your own brain. People talk about critical thinking. They talk about not just taking one piece of advice at once. Your own brain convinced you to watch porn over 1,000 times in your life. So your own brain probably shouldn't be automatically trusted, right? Think about this. When was the last time your own mind convinced you to watch porn? With 100% objective universal fact that porn is a bad thing. Your own brain convinced you to do it. You're not as smart as you think you are, right? So when your brain is telling you, oh yeah, this video is kind of stupid. He's telling me to make my bed. He's telling me to pick up the clothes from the floor. That's not going to do anything. I'll go watch another David Goggins or Andrew Tate motivational workout. Maybe don't listen to your brain and maybe start with the thing that will actually work. Look in your rubbish bin, probably full right now. Empty water bottles around, shit all over the floor. Bed sheets not made. This is the daily act of discipline. So this is exactly what you do to destroy your ego and to begin leveling up your discipline. Pick one or two of these things that you have proven to yourself that you usually don't do. This is the important part. The small task that I'm telling you to do consistently has to be one that you have proven to yourself you usually don't do because you don't like to do it. So discipline is not, oh yeah, I'm going to wake up and do 50 push-ups, because you'll be motivated for that. So it's not discipline. Discipline is looking around your room right now and thinking to yourself, you know what? I've always got clothes on the floor, so clearly I'm not disciplined enough to clean that up. That's going to be my new discipline activity. Specifically, when you start to do that activity, you need to know that every single time you do it, you're not going to want to do it. It's going to feel annoying. There's going to be some kind of BS cope in your mind, whether it says, oh, well, I'll do it later. Or I don't need to do this anyway. Discipline's stupid anyway. Or this isn't even discipline. There's going to be some kind of cope, right? Because that's the whole point. You're not motivated to do it. So you need to almost be vigilant for your brain to start coping and to start creating these excuses. It's these small, insignificant things that are the training ground for your discipline. In a video game, you start off with the small monsters. A lot of us in real life, we start off and it's like we want to kill the dragon right now, but we can't Because to get up to the dragon in a video game, what do you have to do? You have to kill like 10,000 cows, right? You have to go kill the cows, then you level up to the little goblins, then you level up to the zombies, then the security guards, then you level up to like the little demon, then the big demon, then you level up to like the hellhound. You have to start off by killing the level 2 cows. This right here, when you look around you, this is like the training ground, like the place that we get XP in the skill of discipline. You can never think that you're above these things. You can never think that. You can never think that you'll reserve your discipline for the big dragon when you're like level 7 right now and you need to still keep working on these small things. It's very important that you destroy your ego and you really start to say to yourself, you know what? I'm actually not that great. I'm not that advanced right now. I'm not past the point where something like cleaning up my room wouldn't help me. I'm not past the point where something like doing a tiny bit of exercise wouldn't help me, because a lot of people in this stage, they get stuck because of ego. Here is your actionable step for this part of the guide. Pick one daily habit that you can do, one task that you usually don't do that would require discipline. So it might be, for example, wiping your computer desk every day. And every day, it probably wouldn't need that, right? After you like wipe it down today, you probably wouldn't really need it tomorrow, but just do it anyway, just to get into the habit of it. Or it could be, for example, making your bed every day. That's a nice one. Make your bed kind of nicely. Or it could be, for example, making sure that you don't have rubbish in your room, taking down the rubbish bin every single day. It's very important that you just start with something small. Start with just one habit, and then you can make it into like a habit tracker like I've just got here. Like, just write the days of the month and then just have that as the habit, and then you just tick it off when you're done.